Your soulmate saying, I have something important to tell you. Something important happened today. Open this right now. My beloved child, don't skip, stay till the end, because something huge is waiting. Your soulmate has something important to tell you, and what happened today made it almost impossible for them to keep hiding it. Something suddenly reminded them of you, but this time the feeling was different. Stronger. Clearer. Almost impossible to ignore. Don't skip, because this is not simply about missing you. Today, they realized something about your connection that they had been avoiding for a long time. They remembered the way you made them feel understood, the moments that seemed small at the time, and the strange way thoughts of you keep returning when they least expect them. And then one question entered their mind: what if this person means far more to me than I ever admitted? That question changed everything. Stay till the end, because the answer they discovered is where this becomes powerful. Something unexpected happened inside their heart today. Your soulmate finally understood that certain people can be replaced in our routines, but some people leave a mark that cannot be recreated. And when they thought about you, they realized you belong to the second kind. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. They may have tried to stay busy, act normal, or convince themselves that these feelings would eventually disappear, but today proved otherwise. One memory was enough to bring everything back. Suddenly, they were thinking about what they never said, what they should have said, and what could still happen if they finally stopped hiding behind uncertainty. The surprising truth is that they are no longer only thinking about the past. They are imagining a future conversation with you. A conversation where nothing important remains hidden. And the words they keep hearing inside are simple: I need you to know what you truly mean to me. But stay till the end, because there is one final realization behind those words. Your soulmate is beginning to understand that waiting too long could mean losing the chance to tell you something they may never feel this strongly about anyone else. They are realizing that you became important before they even noticed it happening. Your presence became a memory they return to. Your energy became something they recognize even in your absence. And today, something inside them finally said, stop pretending this connection means nothing. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. What they want to tell you is bigger than, I miss you. Their real message is, you changed something inside me, and I can't keep acting like you didn't. But there is still one secret beneath that confession. Something they have only just admitted to themselves. And once you hear what they are beginning to imagine about you and their future, you may finally understand why today became such an important turning point. There is something your soulmate can no longer push aside, and it became clearer today. Don't skip, because the deepest part has not been revealed yet. They suddenly started seeing your connection from a completely different perspective. What once felt confusing is beginning to make sense. They are realizing that you were never just another passing person in their story. There was something about your presence that stayed with them long after the moment ended. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has been silently asking themselves why thoughts of you keep returning, even when they try to focus on everything else. And today, the answer became surprisingly simple. Because their feelings were never as small as they pretended they were. They may not have known how to express it before, but now one truth keeps becoming louder inside them: there are words they need you to hear. What makes this moment different is what they are beginning to imagine next. Don't skip. Your soulmate is no longer thinking only about memories, they are thinking about what could happen if they finally became completely honest with you. They imagine a moment where the distance, uncertainty, and unanswered questions disappear, and they can finally say, "There is something I should have told you much earlier." Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The surprising revelation is that they have begun comparing every other connection to the feeling they experienced with you, and something always seems different. With you, there was a depth they did not fully appreciate at first. A comfort they noticed only after it was missing. A connection that became more meaningful with time instead of fading away. And now they are wondering whether meeting you happened at exactly the moment their life needed to change direction. But the biggest realization is still underneath everything they have admitted so far. Your soulmate has started understanding that the important thing they need to tell you is not only about their feelings, it is about a decision forming inside them. Don't skip, because this is where everything begins shifting. They do not want their story with you to remain unfinished simply because they stayed silent for too long. Something huge is waiting for you. Deep inside, they are beginning to feel that one sincere conversation could change the meaning of everything between you. And the words they keep imagining are becoming clearer. "I don't want you to disappear from my story without knowing how much you actually meant to me." Today gave them clarity they did not have before. But there is still something even more surprising they have realized, something about why they could never completely let this connection go. And that truth changes the entire story. Something has finally clicked inside your soulmate, and this is where the message becomes impossible to ignore. Don't skip, because what they understood today goes deeper than everything they admitted before. They kept wondering why your memory could return so strongly without warning, and then the answer appeared: you became connected to a version of themselves they secretly want to become. Around you, something felt more genuine, more meaningful, more alive. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They are beginning to realize that this was never only about attraction or missing someone. You awakened an emotional depth they were not prepared to understand. And now they keep thinking, what if I almost walked away from something incredibly rare? That thought has changed the way they see you. Suddenly, moments they once considered ordinary feel important. Words they almost forgot carry new meaning. And the possibility of leaving everything unsaid no longer feels acceptable. Now another realization is rising, and it may be the most surprising one yet. Your soulmate has started imagining what they would say if they had only one completely honest conversation with you. Don't skip. In that imagined moment, they would not hide behind uncertainty. They would look at you and say, "I need you to understand something. You mattered to me far more than I ever showed. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you." They would tell you that your absence taught them something your presence could not. How deeply you had become part of their thoughts. They noticed the difference when you were not there. They noticed how certain memories kept returning. Most importantly, they noticed that time did not erase the feeling the way they expected. Instead, distance gave them clarity. And now one question keeps following them: if this connection meant nothing, why has it remained so powerful inside them? The answer they are beginning to accept could change everything. But there is still one truth your soulmate has barely admitted, even privately. Don't skip, because this is the doorway to what comes next. They are not simply wishing they had done things differently, they are beginning to wonder whether the story between you still has something meaningful left unwritten. Something huge is waiting for you. Today made them realize that sometimes the most important connection is not the easiest one to understand. It is the one that keeps revealing its meaning over time. And now they are thinking about you with a new kind of clarity. They want you to know that their silence never told the complete story. Their hesitation never revealed the full depth of what they felt. And somewhere beneath everything, one sentence keeps becoming louder: if I get the opportunity to tell you the truth, I don't want to waste it. But what they are preparing themselves to finally acknowledge next is even bigger, because it is not about yesterday anymore. It is about what they secretly hope could happen between you from this moment forward. A completely different thought has entered your soulmate's mind, and this is the thought they can no longer easily dismiss. Don't skip, because everything has been building toward this realization. They have stopped asking themselves why they still think about you and started asking a much bigger question: what if this connection still has something important left to become? Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Today, they imagined what it would feel like to finally speak without hiding anything. No confusing signals. No unfinished sentences. Just honesty. And in that imagined moment, the first thing they wanted to tell you was, "You were never as easy for me to forget as I made it seem." That realization surprised even them. They thought time would make everything quieter, yet somehow it made certain feelings clearer. They began noticing that the memories returning most often were not necessarily the biggest moments. They were the smallest ones. The feeling of being understood, the comfort of your presence, the way something ordinary could suddenly feel meaningful simply because you were there. Don't skip. The revelation waiting underneath those memories is bigger than nostalgia. They are finally understanding that they did not only miss moments with you, they missed the version of life that seemed possible when you were part of it. And then something even more powerful happened inside them. They stopped imagining only what they would say and started imagining what could happen afterward. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They pictured a conversation where both of you finally understood what had remained unspoken. They imagined telling you, "I wish I had understood sooner what your presence meant to me." And for the first time, that thought did not feel like looking backward. It felt like recognizing what they might want moving forward. Don't skip, because this is where their hidden truth becomes clearer. They are beginning to understand that the important thing they need to tell you cannot remain trapped inside their thoughts forever. Something about today made silence feel heavier than honesty. They realized there may come a moment when they have to choose between protecting their uncertainty and revealing what is genuinely in their heart. And deep inside, they already know which choice would finally bring them clarity. They want you to understand that their hesitation was never proof that you were unimportant. In fact, the opposite may be closer to the truth. The connection became meaningful enough that they did not know how to handle everything it awakened inside them. But don't skip now, because the strongest realization has only just surfaced. Your soulmate is beginning to see that what they truly want is not another memory of you. They want clarity about what could still exist between you. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Their heart keeps returning to one sentence: if there is still something real here, I don't want fear or silence to be the reason I never discover it. That is what changed today. They are no longer comfortable leaving everything unanswered. They are beginning to imagine stepping forward with honesty, acknowledging what they once avoided, and allowing the truth to finally speak for itself. And beneath all of that is one extraordinary realization: maybe the reason they could never completely close this chapter is because, emotionally, they never believed the chapter was truly finished. They still feel there is something important they need you to know. Something they have not fully said even inside their own mind. And when that final truth becomes clear, it will reveal why thoughts of a future with you suddenly feel more powerful than all the memories behind them. What your soulmate has finally realized could be the biggest turning point in this entire message. Don't skip, because this is no longer about remembering you, it is about what they secretly want to do with everything they now understand. Today, a powerful thought entered their mind: what if I finally stop hiding what this person means to me? And once that question appeared, they could not push it away. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has started seeing that silence may have protected them from uncertainty, but it also kept them away from the answer they truly wanted. They are beginning to understand that some connections cannot be understood from a distance forever. Eventually, someone has to become honest. Someone has to say what remained unsaid. And deep inside, they are wondering whether that person should finally be them. The surprising part is that this realization did not make them think only about what they might lose. It made them think about what could become possible if they finally allowed you to see the truth. Then came the thought they were least prepared for. Don't skip. Your soulmate imagined you moving forward without ever knowing how deeply you affected them, and suddenly, everything inside them became clearer. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They realized they do not want you remembering this connection and believing that you meant nothing to them. They want you to know there were moments when they wanted to speak but could not find the right words. Moments when they almost admitted what they felt and then pulled back. Moments when your name appeared in their thoughts and changed their entire mood. And now those unfinished moments are creating one undeniable truth: they wish they had been more honest sooner. Not because they can rewrite what happened, but because they finally understand its meaning. Somewhere inside them is a sentence becoming impossible to silence: if you knew how many times I almost told you, you would understand why this has never truly left me. And now, stay till the end, because the final revelation of this moment changes everything that comes next. Your soulmate is no longer asking whether you were important. They know you were. The question now is whether they are ready to let that truth change what happens from here. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They are beginning to imagine a new kind of moment between you, not one built around confusion, but one built around honesty. A moment where they can finally say, I don't know exactly where this story leads, but I know I don't want silence to decide how it ends. That is the shift that happened today. Something inside them moved from wondering to knowing, from remembering to wanting clarity. And there is still one thought they have not fully faced yet. It is the thought that could explain why this connection has remained so difficult to forget. Perhaps what they truly want to tell you is not simply that you mattered in their past. Perhaps they are finally realizing they still want you to have a place in what comes next. Tonight, one realization is becoming louder than every question your soulmate has carried about you. Don't skip, because this is where everything they have been feeling begins to form one clear message. They are no longer wondering whether you affected them, they are wondering why it took them so long to understand how deeply. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They have started replaying the moments when they could have been more open, more present, more honest, and one thought keeps returning: if I could have that moment again, I would say what I was too uncertain to say before. But here is what surprised them most today. They realized they do not actually want to live inside old memories. They want clarity. They want to know what would happen if the truth finally replaced all the unanswered questions. And the truth they keep approaching is simple but powerful: you became important to them in a way they never planned, and pretending otherwise never made that feeling disappear. Then came the realization that changed the meaning of their silence. Don't skip. Your soulmate understood that holding something inside does not make it smaller, sometimes it makes the truth impossible to ignore. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They have imagined standing in front of you with nothing left to hide and saying, "There was something about you I never knew how to explain. Even when life moved forward, part of me kept wondering about us." And that word, us, is becoming important. Before, they may have thought only about you as someone from a meaningful chapter. Now they are questioning whether that chapter ever truly reached its ending. They are wondering what one sincere conversation could reveal. What if you understood each other differently now? What if everything that once felt confusing suddenly became clear? What if the connection they thought they could simply leave behind was actually showing them something they needed time to understand? That possibility has awakened something unexpected inside them, and they can no longer treat it like an ordinary thought. But the most powerful truth is still coming. Don't skip now, because your soulmate has reached the question that could change their next move completely. Something huge is waiting for you. They are asking themselves, if I stay silent again, will I always wonder what could have happened? And for the first time, that question feels heavier than the uncertainty of being honest. They are beginning to understand that sometimes the once-in-a-lifetime moment is not some dramatic event. It is the moment someone finally chooses truth over hesitation. Your soulmate wants you to know that you were not forgotten, you were not meaningless, and whatever they struggled to express did not simply disappear. But there is something even deeper forming beneath all of this. They are beginning to recognize exactly what they would ask you if they finally had the courage to open that conversation. And it is not the question you might expect. It is one question capable of revealing whether everything between you was truly an ending, or whether something important has been waiting for both of you to finally understand. A question your soulmate never expected to ask themselves has suddenly become impossible to ignore: what if there is still something between us worth discovering? Don't skip, because this question is opening a door they kept closed for far too long. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They are beginning to realize that the important thing they want to tell you cannot be reduced to 3 simple words. It is bigger than missing you, bigger than remembering you, and deeper than wishing things had happened differently. What they truly want you to know is that meeting you changed the way they understand connection. There was something about you that reached beyond ordinary attraction. You made them notice parts of themselves they had ignored. You made certain moments feel different without even trying. And today, when they imagined never telling you any of this, one thought shook them: what if they walk away believing they never mattered to me? That is the misunderstanding your soulmate no longer wants to leave behind. Because behind their silence was a truth they were still learning how to understand. But something even more surprising is happening now. Don't skip. Your soulmate has started imagining what they would ask you if they finally had the opportunity to speak openly. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. And the question is not, do you still think about me? It is something deeper: did you feel it too? They want to know whether those quiet moments carried the same meaning for you. Whether you also noticed that certain conversations felt different. Whether you ever walked away from a moment with them and continued thinking about it afterward. This question matters because they have finally stopped dismissing what they experienced as something ordinary. They are beginning to accept that some connections leave questions precisely because they mattered. And now they are wondering whether the feeling they struggled to understand was ever truly one-sided, or whether both of you were silently carrying pieces of the same unfinished truth. That possibility has changed the entire way they look at what happened between you. And here is where everything becomes even more powerful. Don't skip now, because your soulmate has reached a realization they were not ready for before. Something huge is waiting for you. They understand that they cannot control what the future becomes, but they no longer want uncertainty to erase something meaningful without giving honesty a chance. Somewhere inside them, a sentence keeps repeating. If I ever get the opportunity, I want to tell them the truth exactly as I feel it. And that truth is this: you mattered, your presence stayed with them, and the connection became clearer only after they had enough distance to understand its weight. But there is one final layer they still have to face. Because once they ask, "Did you feel it too?" another question immediately follows, and this second question is much bigger. It is the question that could transform everything from a memory into a possibility. Your soulmate is beginning to wonder not only whether you felt the connection, but what could happen if both of you finally stopped pretending it was never there. Now everything your soulmate has been trying to understand is arriving at one unforgettable realization. Don't skip, because this is where their hidden question becomes something much bigger. They are no longer asking only, "Did you feel it too?" A new thought has appeared: what if we both felt something meaningful but neither of us ever fully said it? Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. That possibility has completely changed the way they see your story. Suddenly, the pauses, the unfinished conversations, and those small moments that stayed in their memory feel different. Your soulmate is realizing that maybe the most important thing that happened today was not outside of them at all. It was the moment they finally became honest with themselves. They admitted that if they could speak to you without hesitation, they would say, "I never wanted our story to become something I only wondered about." And once they admitted that, another truth followed immediately: they still care about what could happen next. Here is the surprising part they were not prepared to face. Don't skip. Your soulmate imagined receiving one completely honest moment with you, and instead of thinking about everything that went wrong, their mind went straight toward possibility. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They imagined hearing your side. They imagined finally understanding what you felt when neither of you had the right words. And for the first time, they realized that what they want most is not to change yesterday. It is to stop yesterday from controlling tomorrow. Their deepest message is becoming clearer. I want you to know that what I felt was real to me, even when I didn't know how to show it. That sentence carries everything they struggled to express. The memories. The questions. The moments when they almost spoke. The strange way your presence continued to echo inside their thoughts. But there is another revelation beneath it. They are starting to understand that honesty itself could be the moment that changes everything. And this is where the connection reaches its strongest turning point yet. Don't skip now, because something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate is beginning to imagine asking you one question that could finally remove every assumption between you. If we could begin one honest conversation without carrying the confusion of the past, what would you tell me? That question matters because they no longer want to guess what is inside your heart. They want truth, clarity, and a chance to understand what this connection actually means. And today, something inside them finally became certain. Whatever happens after honesty would feel more meaningful than spending endless time wondering what might have happened. They are approaching the truth they have resisted from the beginning. You were not simply someone they remembered. You became someone whose absence taught them the value of your presence. And now there is only one revelation left for them to fully accept. What they have something important to tell you about may not simply be their feelings. It may be the choice they are finally ready to make about what they want from this connection next. Something inside your soulmate has crossed a line they never expected to reach, and now their thoughts are becoming impossible to dismiss. Don't skip, because the choice they have been slowly approaching is finally becoming clear. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has realized that they can keep wondering forever, or they can finally become honest about what your connection meant to them. And today, for the first time, honesty feels stronger than hesitation. They are thinking about all the moments when they almost said something meaningful but stopped themselves. They remember the words they changed at the last second, the feelings they kept hidden, and the questions they never asked. But now one thought keeps returning. I don't want another opportunity to pass while I pretend this means less than it does. That is the important shift. They are no longer trying to convince themselves that time will answer everything. They are realizing that sometimes clarity begins only when someone finally says what has been sitting silently inside their heart. Then another surprising truth came forward. Don't skip, because this changes the meaning of everything you have heard so far. Your soulmate is beginning to understand that what they want from you is not perfection, promises, or some impossible answer. They want one genuine moment where both of you can speak without hiding behind the past. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. If they could have that moment right now, they would tell you, I need you to know that you became important to me in ways I understood too late. And then they would finally ask the question they have been carrying, is there still something here worth understanding? That question is powerful because they are finally prepared for truth instead of assumptions. They do not want to keep building an entire story inside their mind without knowing your side. What happened today made them realize that an unanswered connection can remain powerful precisely because the most important words were never spoken. And now those words are becoming harder to hold back. But the biggest revelation is what your soulmate has understood about their next chapter. Don't skip now. Something huge is waiting for you, because their deepest realization is not simply that they still think about you, it is that they no longer want silence to make the decision for them. They are beginning to feel ready to acknowledge what they once avoided. You mattered to me, and part of me still wonders what we could become if we finally understood each other. Stay till the end, because there is still one final truth underneath that sentence. Your soulmate has realized that whatever happens next, they want their connection with you to be remembered for honesty rather than unanswered questions. And there is one thing they have not yet fully said, even to themselves. One sentence that brings every memory, every hesitation, and every realization from today together. It is the sentence they would want you to hear before anything else if the two of you finally stood face to face. And once those words are revealed, you will understand exactly why they have been saying from the beginning, I have something important to tell you. Everything has been leading to this moment, and your soulmate can no longer hide the sentence that has been forming inside them. Don't skip, because this is the truth behind, I have something important to tell you. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. If they could stand in front of you right now with nothing left unsaid, they would tell you, you became more important to me than I ever allowed you to see. That is what finally became clear today. Not because of one dramatic moment, but because every small memory suddenly connected. Your conversations. Your presence. The feeling they carried after certain moments with you. The way your memory returned even when they thought they had moved beyond those questions. And suddenly they understood something shocking. They were not struggling to forget you, they were struggling to understand why you remained meaningful. Today gave them the answer. You touched a part of their life that ordinary connections never reached, and recognizing that has changed the way they see everything that happened between you. But there is another truth beneath those words, and this may be the one they wish they had understood much sooner. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate realizes now that the biggest mistake would be allowing uncertainty to speak louder than honesty forever. They cannot know exactly what tomorrow will bring, but they know what they would want you to understand today. Their silence never meant you were insignificant. Their hesitation never erased what they felt. And the distance between two people cannot automatically erase the meaning of what once existed. Stay till the end, because their once-in-a-lifetime realization is this: sometimes you recognize the value of a connection only when you imagine never having another chance to understand it. That thought made everything feel different today. They imagined never telling you. Never asking what you felt. Never knowing whether one honest conversation could have changed everything. And for the first time, remaining silent felt harder than facing the truth. And now comes the message they have been trying to reach from the beginning. Don't skip these final words, because this is where every unanswered question comes together. Your soulmate would tell you, I don't want to pretend you were just another chapter. You changed something in me, and I needed you to know that. Stay till the end, because something huge has been waiting for you inside that confession. They are finally accepting that whatever the future becomes, what they felt deserves honesty. They want clarity instead of endless wondering. They want truth instead of assumptions. Most of all, they want you to understand why today became so important. Today was the moment they stopped asking themselves whether you mattered and finally admitted that you did. More than they expected. More than they showed. And perhaps more than they understood until now. So if there is one sentence behind everything their heart has been trying to say, it is this: I have something important to tell you. Meeting you meant something to me, and I don't want silence to be the final word in our story.